But there's a new character. There's a new character on the scene, and I think you probably all know who I'm talking about. It is my 2021 I Can Change Her crush object. Let's roll the clip of my new favorite special lady.
The poll book is completely off. Completely off.
Off
That
30,000?
I'd say that poll book is off by over 100,000. That poll book. Why don't you look at the registered voters on there? How many registered voters are on there? Do you even know the answer to that?
No, I guess I'm trying to get to the bottom of this here.
Zero. There's zero.
So my question then is if the
Guess how many? Wait. What about the turnout rate? 120%.
Let's let Representative Johnson ask his question, please.
So the poll book number. Okay, there's two things that could happen here. Either the poll book
She's
number.
talking to Lex Luthor.
If counts were called multiple times.
This guy's a
there's two
Republican, by
options.
the way, the person questioning
Option
her.
number one is that the poll book numbers are not going to match.
They don't.
The actual. Not by thousands and thousands of votes. That's not what we see right now.
You take
I
a
love that
look
she-
again.
I love
Take
that
a
she
look again.
absolutely will
Option
not
number
let
two
this
is
guy
that
finish
essentially
talking.
We're filling in names of people who didn't vote.
Dead people too.
So is that?
Representative Johnson ask his question. And
I thought
he's
that
done.
was his answer. Okay.
Well, I guess that's my question here is why we're not seeing the poll book off by 30,000 votes. That's not the case.
What did you guys do? Take it and
I'm just saying the numbers are not off by 30,000 votes. So
I know what
are you
I
saying
saw.
that they're filling in?
I know what I saw, and I signed something saying that if I'm wrong, I can go to prison. Did you?
Okay,
I'm just trying to ask you a legitimate question here.
Yeah, let's let Representative Johnson ask his question, and then don't interrupt him. And then, and then if you want to respond to it, that's fine. And did you have more, Representative?
Yeah, I guess I just want to keep following back up with the poll book. So are we saying that the poll book is either wildly off or that they are
Wildly
filling
off.
in names?
It's wildly off, and dead people voted, and illegals voted.
Okay.
So that's my answer.
Oh man. I'm
she's
just
gonna get her own.
Yeah.
When Onan goes full spectrum and they have like daytime talk shows, she's gonna be their Jenny Jones. It's gonna
That
rule.
would fucking rule. Okay, so just a few observations here. One, I'm a little sorry Amber can't join us for this episode because I feel Amber could vibe with this lady's spirit in like.
I mean, you talk about the Cecily Strong girl you don't want to talk to at a party. Can you imagine her just getting you pinned next to the refrigerator in a narrow ass fucking apartment kitchen during a party, being like, "The poll book was off." Okay, I saw it. There were dead people.
Yeah,
They're voting.
This is the type of woman that within, I'd say about 2 minutes of meeting her, you know about every bar that she's been kicked out of unfairly.
That place is bullshit. I didn't do anything.
It's not a fucking crime to fall asleep.
I gotta say though, listening to that lady, just listening to her accent, listening to those nasal fucking vowels just zipping out of her nose, just made me homesick.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
so-
the best accent in the world.
Oh
I mean-
God, isn't it just so great? Don't you love it when they talk like this? Don't you love talking like this?
I
Oh
love
my
barking
God.
like this.
Yeah.
This is the
okay,
kinda-
there are dead voters.
This is the kind of this is the kind of woman who will rant at you, who will angrily denounce you and say that her having to pick up her dog shit from the sidewalk is unconstitutional, and the other, I mean, I guess it, maybe it's not even worth saying, but I mean, showing up to court for a court appearance, shit-faced drunk, is so
Awesome.
fucking cool. It's so
Especially
cool.
when you think you're just saving American democracy. Let's not forget
Yeah.
that. She's not showing up to complain about the liquor license on the bar that threw her out. She is there to try to stop the evil pedophile ring from overthrowing the government of our Christ anointed Donald Trump. And she's like, I got to do it for Donald. And she's just fisting airplane rum bottles by the handful in the parking lot beforehand.
That's scary to do. I would need
You
a
need a
little
little
Dutch courage,
courage.
yeah.
little boost. Yeah.
Yeah.
Felix is off that Mio for his court appearance to stop the
Yeah,
steal.
no, yeah.
He goes to the bathroom and he's just like snorting Vino or whatever it's called.
If this situation was reversed, there'd be a viral video of like never Trumpers and like Hillary dead enders being like, "Who's the guy with the completely red mouth who is screaming about Max Boot voting 7 different times with different hats?"
But I mean,
Yeah.
it should be stressed here, because we only have the audio version of this for you. This lady is sitting next to Rudy Giuliani in court. Like this is his star witness to overturn the results of the state of Michigan in this election. I mean, it is so fucking cool. Like this woman rocks.
I would be humiliated if I was the mafia right now, man. Like,
yes,
he is the guy that took you down. This guy and his friends took you down.
Well, I mean, that really does say like his reputation was a totally scam anyway. Because like you want to talk about like somebody something loosening the jar lid before someone pops it open is fucking Rico.
Yeah.
As soon as Rico passed, a fucking Airbud could get a top mafia boss 30 years to life, and Giuliani was about at that level his whole life of intellectual wattage.
I'm just imagining her testifying and just being like, listen, there may be a lot of dead people, but Italian Americans are some of my best friends, okay? I have the utmost respect for the Italian people, okay?
Yeah,
I've signed an affidavit saying that I'll go to jail if I lie about Italians. Have you done that?
So you know how we were talking about how the Republicans solved the turnout problem? Where it's like, it was previously thought like, oh, if we break turnout records, Republicans lose by 9 points. And that obviously did not happen. I think this is like kind of why. Because this type of person used to just not vote. Like they didn't know when the election was.
That's 100% correct.
Yeah. And
I remember we talked about this in 2016. There was this big article about Dayton, Ohio's Democratic Party or Republican Party being overtaken by Trump people. And one of the biggest activists was a woman who worked at a Safeway off near the Air Force Base, Wright Patman Air Force Base. And she had never voted ever in her life before 2016 because she thought, I don't pay attention to politics, so I'm not an informed enough voter to make this choice. Other people should make the choice. But then she saw Trump, and she said, oh, my God, politics makes sense.
yeah.
And that's going to be happening to a lot of people who now, as things get worse and as politics and culture become more and more inextricably linked, are going to, just by virtue of the fact that it's all anyone's talking about, become politically involved. And that kind of narrative is going to fucking ping off a lot of people's antennae.
I mean, I think we're coming to the point, though, where like probably a third of all Americans will sincerely believe that they, Ralph Wiggum style, have seen voter fraud taking place in front of their eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just like, and like their evidence for that will be like, I saw someone at the polling place I didn't recognize. What were they doing there?
I think we have the video, but somebody said that their evidence, they testified that their affidavit of voter fraud was that they saw Asian people voting.
Okay, we're getting there. We're getting to that.
Saw
clip.
an Asian person vote are just going to decide now retroactively, especially after seeing this. Oh, that's what that was. That was voter fraud. The way that fucking James Woods thinks that he was on the plane that did the 9/11
dry run,
dress rehearsal.
Yeah,
because he's like, you know what? Now that I think about it, those guys were acting really weird.
They were eyeing my child bride. The only other guys who will marry a 12-year-old. That's how I knew.
He's like, sorry, Muhammad, I didn't have to die to get this one.
Yeah, he was fresh off doing the documentary about his life, Casino.